Guess what? Before we know it, the holidays are going to be here because they're right around the corner. And if you haven't mapped out your holiday schedule yet and figured out how you're going to promote your jewelry or creative product business, then today's episode is for you. I'm going to be talking about 7 epic ways to host virtual trunk shows that are going to boost your holiday sales. Hey there, I'm Tracy Matthews. I'm the Chief Visionary Officer of Flourish and Thrive Academy and the host of the Thrive by Design podcast. And today's episode is all about virtual trunk shows. If you haven't hosted one yet, now is your time. In fact, virtual trunk shows are killing it so much that designers in our community are making anywhere from $2,000 to $39,000 in just 2 hours hosting these virtual events. And that is exactly why I created an amazing virtual trunk show bundle that gives us, or gives you, I should say, the complete virtual trunk show system, a promotion plan to get people to your virtual trunk show, all the planning tools you need, and a complete planning calendar so that you can pull your trunk show off without a hitch. I'm going to share with you how you can get that at the end of this episode. But if you want to check it out right now, head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/VTS and check it out for yourself. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about how you can pull off an amazing virtual trunk show and a couple of ideas that you're going to really want to use during the holiday season. So here we go. I'm going to pull through this really quickly. Tip number 1. Pull off your own collaborative art show or event with 2 other designers, makers, or artists. Now, this methodology or this tactic, I guess, or strategy, all of them, method, tactic, strategy, all of them, has been crushing it for designers in our community. It was first brought to the table by Anna Maria Andrikin of Jewel of Havana, who is one of our coaches. And she started hosting these collaborative art fairs with her friends and was bringing in anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 during the event and the follow-up. Then several of our students tried it, like Jesse Robbins, and he pulled in $3,000 at the event and also pulled in another $3,000 post-event. So these collaborative art fairs really work when you pull it off right. Now, my second tip for you is to host a virtual sample sale. I've hosted sample sales my entire career when I had samples to sell. Do custom work now, so not as many samples to sell. This is one of the best ways to get rid of extra inventory. So if you can't meet people in person, I highly recommend that you get on a schedule of doing virtual sample sales at least twice a year. And the holiday season is one of the best places to start. In fact, Lisa Lehman and Sarah D'Angelo and even Shehana of Shehana Jewels have done these virtual sample sales and done amazingly, selling anywhere from $4,000 to $39,000 for just 2 hours of work, or about 2-hour event and maybe 5 or 6 hours of work. So if that's interesting and intriguing to you and you're ready to get rid of some extra inventory, make sure that you check that out. Tip number 3. Launch a collection, especially if you have one-of-a-kind or limited edition, with a virtual trunk show. This is a great way to sell out of your product right away, especially when you have limited quantities of things. You can pull off a virtual trunk show without a hitch. That's exactly what people like Alex Camacho and Twyla Dill are doing, is they're launching collections, especially limited edition and one-of-a-kind, on virtual events and selling out of them really, really quickly. So make sure that you check out the strategy, especially if you're selling one-of-a-kind or limited edition pieces. Tip number 4, host a private shopping event for your VIPs. This is a great way to nurture the people who buy from you over and over again. In fact, Chelsea Farmer of Horse Feathers Gifts drops collections every single Friday in her VIP Facebook group, and they sell out in an hour. No joke. This is a great way to nurture your best customers and give them that little special attention and love that they want. Tip number 5, host a 1-hour virtual styling sessions for a minimum purchase order. Think about it this way. Guy's coming up, he doesn't know what to buy for his spouse, girlfriend, wife, significant other, or whoever's buying for someone. They want to buy your jewelry, but they don't know what to get. What better gift than to buy a virtual styling session as the gift? That way the gift receiver or the recipient can show up to the styling session. You can show them all the products potentially even upsell them. But the key here is to do it for a minimum purchase amount. So Karina Harris was doing this really well, and she was selling $500 virtual shopping events and then basically like styling with her customers, and was able to actually upsell them sometimes upwards of $1,000 in product. So this works really well for people who are engaged, and especially for people who are buying gifts for other people and they're clueless about what to get. Tip number 6, host a virtual sales pop-up on social media or on Facebook for Black Friday and Cyber Monday weekend. This holiday weekend is epic. And we know that if you're a ninja at selling over some of these holiday weekends, that when you can combine strategies with email marketing, urgency, social media, and some of these virtual trunk shows and host different events every single day, you are going to have an epic weekend. And we know that this kicks off the holiday shopping season, and it's a great way for you to get a surge of income at that time. The people who pulled this off the best are Gina and Jared Russian of The Fox and the Stone. In fact, we even did a podcast with them. You can see that link below. This is an amazing opportunity for you to meet your customers where they are and also offer special things that aren't available elsewhere during these virtual pop-ups. Tip number 7, gather other vendors and pitch a corporation to do a virtual shopping event. Now, this is a great idea. I used to go into corporations with other vendors all the time and do all these holiday pop-ups. It was a great way for me to meet some of my best customers and to meet people who would buy from you over and over again. I always tell our students that one of the best things that you can do is be the go-to jeweler in your local area. You don't need to be a worldwide brand if everyone in your local area is actually buying from you. So this is a great opportunity to meet people who might be residing in your local area, to develop relationships with them, to deliver great service, and be able to meet new customers who actually, have good jobs and can invest in your jewelry. All right, I hope you enjoyed all of these tips. If you're gonna host a virtual trunk show this holiday season, I want you to type the word trunk show in the comments below. I'd also love to know which of these tips hit you the most. Like, what are you most excited about to try? Because that is what it's all about. So let me know in the comments below. And if you'd like some help with your virtual trunk show, please head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/VTS and pick up our virtual trunk show bundle today for only $47. It's everything that you need to pull off your next virtual trunk show without a hitch. All right, let's do this.